Riveting and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Thank you for starting your week with me here on What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. First, we have a party invitation for you and a spotlight interview with our partner, St. Kate, the Arts Hotel. We will get a preview of their Summer Solstice Eve party happening at the Upper Bar. And if you're looking for a unique way to kick off the season while overlooking the city, you're going to want to hear what they have planned. And then, whether you're 5 or 95, reading can be a true pleasure. Discover a world of unlimited access to learning, resources, and fun for all ages at Milwaukee County's 27 completely free libraries. In a spotlight interview at 6:35 Milwaukee County Federated Library Systems, Deb Merritt is going to join us to tell us about their summer reading programs planned for all ages and why libraries can be one of the coolest places to hang out in the coming months. The artist of the newest Milwaukee masterpiece, Mauricio Ramirez, completed his 10-story tall Bob Uecker mural downtown last Friday morning. I got to be there. It was magic to see it all come together. And at 7:15, Mauricio is going to check in live to tell us how it feels to have finished it and what the final touch will be in a couple of weeks to the Bob Uecker mural. Milwaukee night markets are back. No, you have not missed it. That's good news. In a spotlight interview at 7:35, our partner, the Westtown Association Bid Number 5's Marketing and Events Director, Megan Kujara, is going to join me. She's going to share what they have planned for each month's big block party downtown. There's kind of like a different theme for each Milwaukee night market right up and down Wisconsin Avenue, and they start next Wednesday, June 24th. So we'll find out more at 7:35. Plus, find out what Father's Day events are happening around Wisconsin. Hear Summerfest band picks to help you decide who to see at the big gig when it kicks off on Thursday. Find out the Jam Band, who announced today they are returning to Milwaukee for their annual October set of shows. And you can sing along with the song you need to hear, featuring a tune from Garth Brooks as he gets ready to play back-to-back shows at American Family Insurance Amphitheater tomorrow and Wednesday. That is all coming up in the 2 hours we have together before the WTMJ Summerfest Soundcheck special at 8 o'clock. You're going to find out who's performing, what's new this year, tips for free admission, and other ways to make the most of your Summerfest experience, plus behind-the-scenes stories from Summerfest leadership. That is the WTMJ Summerfest Soundcheck with Sandy Maxx at 8 o'clock. But first, how was your weekend? On Mondays, I like to find out from you what was a highlight of your weekend because, you know, we are past Memorial Day. We are now all the way into that summer vibe. And I feel like last weekend in particular was one of those, oh my gosh, there are so many festivals. I would like to be everywhere all at once to have fun. I can only be in one place at a time. I did a pretty good job, though. So where were you? What did you do? What was a highlight? Talk and text line, the Siding Unlimited, WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. Use it. Talk, text, tell me what you did this weekend. Big wins, small joys, big joys, small wins. I'm interested. There are also a lot of graduation celebrations this weekend. For me, it was Friday, al fresco, kicked off the weekend with tea on the lawn in Caledonia at a cool coffee shop. And it's one of those creative friends where we've been meaning to get together for ages. It was sunny, a good hearty conversation that was really good for my soul. And then Saturday, I made it out to the first ever Guitar Town Music Festival in Waukesha. Man, was that a happy vibe in Cutler Park, right there by the library, and the Les Paul Performance Center is that permanent stage, and it looks like a front porch. It's super fun. Man, full of music fans of all ages, easily two dozen different booths of artwork and music and local history. A really good time. And I was there at 6:15 to see that $4,000 Les Paul guitar get given away to a very happy man. So there was a good time. And then went over to Tosa Greek Fest with one of my besties to share Saganaki after a belly full of roasted chicken. And I have to tell you, the church there, it's beautiful. Mosaics on the outside and the inside and gold. Very, very beautiful. And great community gathering. It was a really good vibe. And there was hand-holding and dancing to the Greek keys music. And then Sunday, more heritage. Went to Polish Fest. Spent the afternoon eating pierogi, some tishki pivo. Strolled and shopped, polka'd with my boyfriend, who is a full-on Polish fella from West Dallas, and plus got to see the Whiskey Bells, my friends. So Polish Fest really is a great way to warm up for Summerfest, and lots of smiles there. And then from polka to pizza, wound up going to Bayview, getting some Italian at DiMarini's. So all of that, and I got my fence fixed. Dang it, after it blew down in one of those strong springtime storms. So the new vinyl fence, thanks to Badger Fence. Man, my neighbors are happy after that fence blew down. They don't have to look at that anymore. And Siding Unlimited, WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Tell me how your weekend was. And I am excited about this spotlight interview with our partner, St. Kate the Arts Hotel. You are going to be personally invited to the Summer Solstice Eve party happening Saturday. Find out how to fully embrace the season in a stylish way with one of the most unique views in Milwaukee. That is next on What's on Tap.
At Associated Bank, we thought about speaking like other banks with hoity-toity names like Total Privilege Pay or something. But we don't speak bankish, we speak your language. When we say 2-day early pay, we mean you get paid 2 days early. $50 overdraft grace zone? That's a grace zone of up to $50 if overdrafts happen. And maintenance fee free account? Well, that speaks for itself. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/you-got-this. Member FDIC.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Father's Day is coming up, and let's be honest, Dad doesn't need another tie. Give him something he actually wants. New windows that lower energy bills, a durable new roof, beautiful siding, or a bath remodel he can brag about to every guest who visits. And during the Exterior Pros and Baths June savings event, you'll get $3,000 off your project. That's $3,000 in instant savings, but only for a limited time. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. Exterior Pros and Baths. Big savings done right.
Are you hosting an event, launching something new, wanting to get the word out about your part of the state? Be a featured guest on the WTMJ Experience Wisconsin show. Share your story, promote your event or business, and connect with fans all across the state. I'm John Merkier. I'd love to interview you. We reach listeners from Milwaukee to Madison, Green Bay to La Crosse, everywhere in between. It's Experience Wisconsin. Ready to shine a spotlight on your business or company? Email me, john@wtmj.com for more information. john@wtmj.com.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am Sandy Maxx, and in this spotlight interview, I am excited to possibly introduce you to one of the slickest spots in the city with a stunning view that maybe you haven't seen from this perspective over the river. It is my pleasure to welcome back to What's on Tap from St. Kate the Arts Hotel, the private dining and events manager, Paul Simmock. And Paul, you're throwing a Summer Solstice Eve party on Saturday at the Upper Bar.
We are indeed up at Upper Bar. It's going to be a phenomenal
time. I would say I want to know the theme of the party and all those good things, but I really think the Upper Bar is stunning at any time of day or the evening because to me, it's a vantage point that you don't normally see because it's Upper Bar, second level, so it isn't so high above the city where it's like a rooftop and you can't see below you. You can see below you to the Riverwalk below. It's just beautiful. And you look this way and you can see Fiserv Forum and you can see the cool Germania building that has that old copper dome on it. And then you look this way and you see that wall art of the neon fish. You know, you can see all sorts of things from that vantage point, but I just think it's absolutely stunning.
It's fundamentally unique. You hit the nail on the head there, right? Upper Bar, right over the Milwaukee River, stunning cut of the downtown skyline. You don't get anything like that unless you are up high, right? But us at Upper Bar, we're right on the Riverwalk. You get the beautiful breeze off the river itself, and then the floor-to-ceiling glass windows. You can't beat it.
I hadn't even thought of the breeze, and that's the other thing. It's like an atrium,
and the patio too, even.
Yes, that's all I can think of is the terrace, where you just because it's such a beautiful view. It compels you to go outside and really take in the city. Mm-hmm. And have you go, I love Milwaukee. I mean, just, you can see the arena. You can see so many things from that vantage point. So I truly think the city view is breathtaking. So now you embrace summertime, the season that we all wait for to go out to all these festivals and all these outdoor events. And you kick off summertime with a party. Tell us about the Summer Solstice Eve party on Saturday.
Well, it's our time to shine, right? Upper Bar is the spot to be for the summer. And we're inviting anyone and everybody to come and join us at the Summer Solstice Eve party. The longest day of the year, Means the longest amount of sunshine. I'm doing my little dance, making sure it'll be a beautiful day. But we've got a party going on beginning at 4 p.m., going all the way to the sundown and even past it, where you can enjoy some of our phenomenal drinks. We just published a new drink menu for the summer. We even got, you heard it here first too, these crazy boozy snow cones. Think State Fair. But add in a little bit of old fashioned, add in a little martini, and you've got this really unique, perfect drink for the summer that we'll be selling all night long there at Upper Bar.
That is refreshing. Oh, and that's the other thing. I love the idea of a summer solstice party. Like, I think flowers, I think outside, I just...
Live music even too.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who's playing?
Oh, we've got a variety of artists coming in. We'll start with some acoustic music. We'll move into some DJs. But it'll be perfect out on the patio there, inside with those floor-to-ceiling windows you mentioned, enjoying those sunset views, the music, cocktails, and then, of course, our great bar staff, too.
All the sensations. And I like that it is a place where we're talking about celebrate and have a good time. It is refined, yet very welcoming.
Absolutely.
Like you walk in and I keep talking about just how stunning this view is, but it's still very welcoming. It's like, oh, come in.
Sandy, that's genuinely one of my favorite things about it. You can dress it up and you can dress it down, right? We've hosted amazing corporate gatherings there where you've got some very crazy deals even happening there, or you can come post-show just in your khakis and sandals, enjoying a good time with your Hawaiian shirt, right? Upper Bar is a place for everybody, and to have a great time, a great drink, and hopefully even better company.
And Paul, I love that you say post-show, because I think that's another way to help describe where the Upper Bar is and this beautiful terrace. When you go into the Associated Bank Theater Center there and that big rotunda where you can walk this way and go to the bar at St. Kate, you can walk this way and go to the Milwaukee Rep, you take that escalator up to the Stackner Cabaret. That's where the Upper Bar is.
Exactly. 2 main entrances. One, just like you said, through the Associated Bank atrium, up the escalators, and then dead ahead, Upper Bar right on the river there. And then, speaking of river, you can even access it through the Riverwalk, too. So
it's
outside
that cool
of the
kind of curved staircase you can walk right up.
Exactly. Great, just like a grand staircase, make your grand entrance walking right into Upper Bar.
It is photo worthy. Now that you say that, it really is. So I love that this really is, the Upper Bar is an extension of the St. Kate. You still don't have to leave the building.
Exactly.
You just walk through the atrium, go up an escalator, and there you are. Or the elevator, whatever you choose. And sunset views. You also have not just the Summer Solstice Eve party on Saturday, but this is going to be a vibrant space all summer long. What are some of the other events and activities that are happening on the other days of the week?
Absolutely. The place is yours, it's mine, it's year round, right? So happening specifically this summer, we've got our great happy hour, right? Come by 4 to 6:30. It's one of the best in town with some great deals on all drinks. On Wednesdays, we do a great Whiskey Wednesday with a rotating selection flight of whiskeys. Of course, your Martini Thursday, that's where you'll find me. Some great deals on martinis.
Shaken, not stirred, Paul?
Oh, you know it exactly. And gin, not vodka.
Ooh.
And then also on the weekends, we've got our summer sessions happening where we've got live music happening, different great activations, some themes, and some great cocktail highlights for those as well.
And you talk about martinis and talking about the variety of, like, you can have business folks there like, man, you tell me you wouldn't be excited about being involved with a Milwaukee business if you're from out of town and you oversee the city from that point of view, from the Upper Bar. That's cool. Or getting together with your girlfriends and like, oh man, we haven't been together in a while. And look, here we are enjoying our city.
That's the thing, right? The second somebody walks in, right? We can talk about Upper Bar all day. You can see pictures of it online, right? But walking in there, man, the look on people's faces, the smiles, the eyes wide as the sun's going through the skylight, the river underneath, the great slice of that like downtown sports district, and the shaking of a cocktail shaker, just like you said.
Yeah.
It is everything you want in summer. It is everything you want out of a social gathering place.
And you kick it up a notch with the boozy snow cones. You can't get them anywhere else in Milwaukee, right?
No, only with us. We've got limoncello ones. We've got sangria ones, that old-fashioned one I mentioned. Channel your inner child a little bit, but also like your refined sense of self, right? Like it's that fun little touch there, balancing act between the two.
Yeah, limoncello just sounds delicious with a snow cone effect, with that strong, summery limoncello flavor. That's fantastic. And sangria, that always makes it nice and sippy and slushy.
Exactly.
And then, of course, you can't ever hurt an old fashioned by having that flavor and that, again, looking out over Milwaukee and drinking an official Milwaukee flavor. Mm-hmm. That ties it right up. I love it. So for anybody who hasn't been yet to the Upper Bar, anything else that they should know?
Absolutely. As I mentioned, too, Upper Bar is a great spot for, of course, our summer solstice party in the summer, but we're open year-round and open for you. For everybody that's listening, we can offer private events, semi-private events across the spectrum, birthday parties, rehearsal gatherings, corporate events, of course. But Upper Bar is a modular space able to satisfy almost any gorgeous need for some great being a third place with some cocktails, some great beers, some great whiskeys, and a wonderful view.
That's interesting. I hadn't even thought of that. I'm like, I want to come to the Summer Solstice Eve party, and thinking about casually socializing there before or after a rep show. But to really think about making this a special occasion and making this unique space in Milwaukee, that vantage point as part of St. Kate the Arts Hotel, that's spectacular.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a great spot. Open, of course, every day of the week, save for Mondays. It's fundamentally unique and one of my favorite places in the whole city.
Paul, what's the best way to stay up to date on the Upper Bar activities and other special events happening at St. Kate?
So our Instagram is going to be pivotal for Upper Bar. We're posting all the time on there. Please go check it out.
That is a highly Instagrammable spot for sure.
It is.
What is the hashtag?
Hashtag Upper Bar.
There you go.
It's simple as that. But that we've got weekly specials. We've got so many little events happening throughout the week, throughout the summer, especially some World Cup programming too. And then, of course, our website. It's got our whole event calendar, our whole schedule there, upperbar.com.
Upperbar.com. He is Paul Simmock with St. Kate the Arts Hotel. Thank you for spreading the summertime joy, and hope to see you at the Summer Solstice Eve party Saturday starting at 4 at the Upper Bar.
I'm buying the first round.
Whoa! And then I'm going to try one of those limoncello snow cones. He is Paul Simmock with St. Kate the Arts Hotel. You are listening to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. Family owned, family operated, family priced. Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Recently, a seller that unfortunately ended up choosing another agent called me. She said she made a mistake, and what she was expressing to me sounded like she kind of was bullied into signing with him. Is it typical? Not always, but it will never happen when you hire a Century 21 Benefit Realty agent. I want our agents to be able to look in the mirror and say, I'd want to work with me. Not because they're good at saying what you want to hear or offer the lowest commission, but because of trust. Because if you're not feeling that from your agent, that's a problem. And I don't want that. At 1.9% on the listing side of your sale with our commission capped at $19,000, Century 21 Benefit Realty leads with a very fair and transparent commission structure with maximum marketing that can get your home sold fast and for the best price. And saving money matters, but working with someone who'll tell you exactly what you need to know up front, that creates trust. And that matters too. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Your Father's Day all-you-can-eat buffet is under $20 this Sunday at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford and in Oshkosh. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve your table for under $20. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
Vince Petrano here. Wisconsin ranks near the bottom nationally in public arts funding. Milwaukee Ballet, MISO, Skylight Music Theater, and so many other organizations rely on our community support to keep the arts thriving. When we give to UPAF, we support performances, arts education, accessibility programs, and opportunities for the next generation of artists and audiences. Northwestern Mutual will match your new or increased gift of $1,200 or more. Give today at upaf.org.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And I am glad that you're hanging out with me on What's on Tap tonight. Been asking you, what was a highlight of your weekend? The Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line is 855-616-1620. That's 855-616-1620. Did you do something fun? Did you go somewhere fun? I managed to pack in a lot. I wound up at Tosa Greek Fest on Saturday, in addition to the Guitar Town Music Festival in Waukesha. Had fun both of those spots. And then I wound up going to Polish Fest, and just it was a full weekend. But then we got a text from 414 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. Nice person who said, Sandy, I missed you at Greek Fest in the Saganaki. But this Saturday from 1 to 4, Brewski's hosting Paws on the Patio, an event to look for. So one of those dog-friendly and pet-friendly spots in our city to enjoy the weekend with your four-legged friend. So thank you very much, 414, for texting in. Still love to know how you enjoyed your weekend. What was a highlight? And reading is a true pleasure for a lot of people. Discover a world of unlimited access to learning, resources, and fun for all ages at Milwaukee County's 27 completely free libraries. In a spotlight interview at 6:35, Milwaukee County Federated Library System's Deb Merritt joins me next to tell us about summer reading programs for all ages and why libraries can be the coolest places to hang out in the coming months. First, we go now to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with the latest updates. Here is WTMJ's Jessica Gatso.
Thanks, Sandy. Over 20 dogs and cats are dead after a fire at an in-home pet care business in Dousman. Fire crews responded to the house on Wolf Drive near Ottawa Avenue on Saturday. Western Lakes Fire District says neighbors heard dogs barking and tried to enter the house to rescue the animals, but there was too much smoke and flames. Firefighters pulled 32 pets from the home. They were able to revive 6 dogs and 5 cats. No firefighters or civilians were injured. The owner of the business was not home at the time of the fire. Identifying the man shot and killed by Milwaukee police after an apartment standoff. The medical examiner says 22-year-old Jalen Brown of Milwaukee died at the hospital Friday afternoon. Police first responded to a reported robbery near 84th and Lynx. Brown then allegedly threatened to take his own life before firing shots at officers and then running into an apartment complex. Police negotiated for Brown to come out of the building, eventually firing shots at him. The officers involved remain on leave. Fiserv CEO Mike Lyons is leaving the company after just over a year in the role. Lyons will be replaced by Takis Georgakopoulos effective immediately. Earnings expectations for the Milwaukee-based company were drastically dropped in October, with Lyons saying a, quote, critical and necessary reset was needed. The company's stock price has dropped nearly 75% since Lyons became CEO in May of 2025. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Looking mostly clear on the roads at this point. Just a very brief delay on 94 eastbound right at American Family Field. And time for your WTMJ forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 58. Tuesday, partly cloudy with scattered showers and storms, a high of 74. Wednesday, rain and storms are likely, looking at anywhere between half an inch and 1 inch of rain, a high of 70. Thursday, partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance for showers, a high of 71. On Friday, back to mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 75 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:33.
Slide into your neighborhood Century Fruit store to score the freshest produce and everything in between. Now through Wednesday, save on 6 to 8 ounce selected varieties, essential everyday natural cheese slices, 2 for $4. 5 to 15.75 ounce selected varieties, Frito-Lay Doritos, Sun Chips, Simply Snacks, or Tostitos chips, dips, or salsa, 2 for $7. 2.37 to 3.5 ounce selected varieties, McCormick Grill Mate spices, 2 for $4. Pork baby back ribs, $2.99 a pound.
Safe.
Every time I scan, what is happening?
A leaping grab at the wall.
Okay, fine, I'll play. Get a load of this watermelon. And here's the pitch.
Please wait for assistance.
Win Century Foods Ultimate Fan Experiences at Milwaukee baseball games. Throw out the first pitch, hold the ribbon for the Johnsonville famous sausage race, or watch batting practice from the field.
Ooh, what do I do?
Complete the entry form in Century's weekly ad and return to the store.
Oh, no, what happened here?
Oh, self-checkout couldn't handle my heater. Here, I filled out my entry form. Gotta go. Have a great day.
I'll go get the mop.
Enter by August 5th.
Welcome to our Everyday Health feature sponsored by the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. Stroke is the number 4 cause of death and a leading cause of disability in the United States. It's estimated 80% of strokes are preventable. Here to tell us more is Dr. Adam Wadena, a neurologist with the Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin Health Network. Dr. Wadena, thank you so much for being with us. What is a stroke?
So a stroke happens when the brain itself is being starved for oxygen in some way, shape, or form. There are 2 different types of stroke. One of them is called an ischemic stroke, where you have a blood clot or a blockage of some kind that is decreasing a blood flow to the areas of the brain. And the other type is a hemorrhagic stroke, where the blood vessels will burst open and you will bleed into the brain itself.
2-part question. What are the signs someone's having a stroke and what should be done?
So the signs of someone having a stroke, an easy memory trick for that are the letters in the words B fast. B stands for balance. If you suddenly lose your coordination and your balance, E stands for eyes, a sudden change in your vision. F stands for face, so having weakness on one side of the face. A stands for arm, where one side of the body gets weak or particularly numb. S stands for your speech. And lastly, T stands for a terrible headache. So if any one of these things happen, the other part of T in FAST is it's time to call 911.
Does it make a difference where a person receives care for a stroke?
It does. So as an academic health network, we have a comprehensive stroke center at Freighter Hospital. A comprehensive stroke center means that we see and treat the most complex of stroke cases. This is a team-based, collaborative approach. We also have 2 primary stroke centers at Freighter Menominee Falls and Freighter West Bend. They can also evaluate stroke patients, give the clot-busting medication if they determine that it's necessary, and then rapidly identify the situations where someone might need to be transitioned to a comprehensive stroke center for that higher intensity of care.
To find a doctor who's right for you, visit freighter.com/stroke.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap and a spotlight interview with Milwaukee County Federated Library System's Public Information Officer, Deb Merritt. And Deb, every time you're here, you really do enlighten us to what is happening at the libraries and just how many resources, whether it's borrowing books or borrowing items or services and courses and classes. The library really is such a great resource at all 27 branches.
That's right. It's the place to be.
Even in the summertime. So tell us about what happens at our libraries in the summertime.
Our libraries in the summertime go nuts. And you can ask any librarian and they will agree with that assessment. So all the libraries have a program that runs in the summer called Summer Reading. And so that has just kicked off usually in early June like this, and it's going to go for the whole rest of the summer. And it started out as a way to get the kids to keep reading during the summer, but it has really expanded. And so now it's a reading challenge. It's for all ages. You can do it as an adult, as a kid, as a teen. A lot of times they have special events going on just for those specific age groups. And the whole idea is for you to read during the summer. You log what you read, or like basically how much you read. Mm-hmm. And you can, most of the libraries have certificates or prizes or special things that you get as you go along as you reach certain milestones for how much you have read. So depending on the library, you're logging either how many minutes you have read, how many books you have read, or how many days you have sat down to read. Like, have you read every day?
I like those different measurements because they, work different ways for different people's lifestyles.
Right, exactly.
So you can feel not so overwhelmed or not so far behind if you're measuring by minutes read or
it makes it really easy because 15 minutes a day adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of the incentives to keep us going in the summer reading program?
It varies from library to library, but a lot of them are using coupons and gift cards and passes to things that are in the community, like stores and restaurants and attractions and things like that. So you'll have to check with your library to see what they've got going. And some will give you certificates to, like an achievement certificate for how much you have read at that point as you go along. So there's all kinds of things out there for you.
It's great that it's all ages as well, because if you have parents or grandparents or aunts and uncles taking young ones to the library throughout the summertime, then both of you can participate in the reading program.
Exactly.
At your own levels.
Exactly. And we get a lot of questions from adults saying, can we do it too? But it's also great for the kids because the adults are modeling the reading habit for the kids to see them doing it. And as a family, you can read together as a family, and then that counts for everybody's reading time each night or however you want to do it,
How do people sign up?
You just go into your library and sign up with them, and it logs you into the system. And depending on the library, some of them actually have an app that they use to track your reading, and some you just do it on a paper log and that you turn in when you are done.
That's cool.
Real easy.
And I know that you embrace the creativity at Milwaukee County Federated Library Systems, and that within each branch, but also overall.
Yes.
So is there a theme to summer reading this year?
Well, there is. There's an organization that every year puts out a theme, and some library, you can do it if you want. About half of our libraries are doing the theme this year. Everybody's calling it the dinosaur theme. The official title is Unearth a Story, but then they're doing all kinds of events and programming that goes along with that. So we've got libraries who are bringing in paleontologists and archaeologists and having movie nights, and they have special reading lists about dinosaurs and all the things. So you can really go, if that's an interesting area to you, you can go nuts with that, but you can do whatever you want as far as what you read.
Dinosaurs do jazz up the little ones, don't they? And I think some people don't outgrow it. Exactly. But it is fun to be able to have something to gravitate towards, because sometimes I feel like you walk into the library.
It's overwhelming.
And it's like, I don't know what to pick. So a little bit of guidance can lead that. How many people participate typically in the reading challenges?
Yeah, and it varies obviously from library to library, but any library is going to have anywhere from like 250 to over 1,000 people, depending on the size usually, but it's a lot. It's a very popular program.
And have those numbers grown or changed over the years?
They dipped during the pandemic, as you can expect, but they've kind of bounced back to where they had been. And so I'm here because we want more, we want more people to come in, do it, read.
And get together and really embrace reading. But why does summer reading really matter?
It matters for a lot of reasons for all ages, actually. Like I said, it started with the kids because there's a thing that actually happens that's an academic term we call the summer slide. When they're not in school for 3 months, they actually lose a little bit of their reading skills, their math skills. They just kind of backtrack a bit. So this helps keep their cognitive skills fired while they're just hanging out for the summer. But actually, for any age, reading is a mental health relaxation exercise for a lot of people. De-stressing, takes you away from your screens. It's just such a great activity for everybody. For kids, it's vocabulary building, it's empathy building, it's all kinds of things too.
As adults, it's
actually for everybody. Isn't it?
And even if you're reading nonfiction or biography, or if you're reading a fiction fantasy story, like to put yourself in someone else's shoes,
take you away from everything. And
kind of forced meditation to slow down, like you said, even if it's 15 minutes a day, or if you can wind down and read before bedtime for an hour, and that it does have,
it makes a big
definite
difference.
health benefits.
Yeah.
What are some of the programs that you're looking forward to? Is there one that has caught your eye?
A couple of our libraries are doing a T-Rex tea party, which I just love the idea of. And somebody's doing dino yoga, which I have no idea what that is, but I want in. So that there's all kinds of stuff. Some of them are doing this great program that's called Touch a Truck, where they firefighters and police and construction workers bring in this huge equipment, and the kids can climb all over it and so that's a really popular one. So that's a fun one. And there's just so much going on. You got to check your library's events calendar and check the other libraries too. Remember when we did the treasure hunt and everybody found out what great libraries we have everywhere? find out what's going on all over the county because you will be amazed.
What is the best way to find out what's happening at the library near you?
You should start out at findmylibrary.org, and that's going to help you find the closest library to you, and you're going to go from there.
She is Deb Merritt of Milwaukee County Federated Library Systems. As ever, full of knowledge. You remain my favorite library lady.
Yay, thank you.
And next, Deb is going to share with us some creative aspects. You might remember Deb is an artist herself, and she has some helpful hints for finding your artist soulmate.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking.
Very good.
Yeah.
Stay with us here on What's on Tap.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
I'm Sandy Maxx here for WTMJ, and big news for Three Pillars Senior Living Communities. They have just been named one of the best senior living communities in the country by U.S. News and World Report, and they're the only community in Wisconsin to earn best in every single category. That includes best continuing care retirement community, independent living, assisted living, and memory care. And what makes that so meaningful? These rankings are based on feedback from the wonderful people who live there and their families. So if you or a loved one are starting to explore a more supportive, connected lifestyle, Three Pillars should absolutely be on your list. Learn more, schedule a tour at their website, threepillars.org.
Everywhere you turn, it's plus, plus, plus. Retail chains, streamers, even our phones come with plus. And to think it all started with Hasseless Mattress, because nobody has more plus than us. Right now at Hasseless, get a Queen Beauty Sleep by Beauty Rest Elm Cove A mattress. Others sell it for $1,459, but Hasseless has it for just $794. Plus, through Monday, you'll also get a free adjustable base. Plus, a huge selection of Beauty Rest, Sealy Posturepedic, and other big name brands. Plus, free financing. Plus, free next day delivery and setup. Plus, free haul away and disposal of your old mattress. Plus, employee free showrooms. Get all this plus a whole lot more when you shop at Hasseless Mattress. Woo! All these pluses have me feeling nonplussed. Save big on Sealy Posturepedic, Beauty Rest, and more every day from 9 to 9. Find an employee-free showroom near you or shop online at Hasseless.com.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
Looking to see the world in style? Insight Vacation Journeys are now open for booking through Fox World Travel. Insight redefines travel with business class style motor coaches featuring extra legroom and smaller group sizes for ultimate comfort. From farm to table dining to expert-led tours, you'll truly connect with local cultures. Plus, ask about our upcoming Fox Group vacations for even more exclusive ways to travel. We handle every detail so you can simply relax. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO Fox Go.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I am joined by Milwaukee County Federated Library System Public Information Officer Deb Merritt, who is also an artist. And Deb, before I ask you about an update on your creative journey, we got a question on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line from a library enthusiast.
Awesome.
Judith texted in, do any of the libraries loan out tools?
Well, that's an amazing question, and I have an amazing answer. We sure do. We loan out so many things, thousands of things that have nothing to do with books. And so we have a whole section of our catalog, which is called County Cat, and you'll find that on any library website. And there's a whole section on there called the Library of Things. And you will find tools, and you will find I couldn't even hardly begin to tell you, all kinds of equipment, attraction passes to the art museum and Discovery World even, and all that kinds of stuff. All kinds of yard games and board games and puzzles and just amazing things. So you should definitely check that out. And thank you for the question.
Yeah, thank you, Judith. And thanks for sharing in the enthusiasm, because I feel like every time you're here, Deb, I'm like, and you can borrow things.
This is Sandy's favorite
It really
part
is.
of the library.
It's like you can borrow technology if you don't have a DVD player.
Hotspots,
but you want
video recorders, just all kinds of stuff, cameras,
And I think one of our Milwaukee County Federated Libraries, one of the 27, also lets you borrow a bubble machine.
Yeah, they sure do.
Ooh.
It's a party. It's not a party until there's a bubble machine, right?
So it really does open up your world, not just with reading and language and knowledge. It really does open up your world to embrace your community, embrace your creativity. You can borrow knitting needles if you want to try out crocheting or knitting, but not want to spend everything on all the tools and figure out 2 weeks later that you don't enjoy it.
Right.
Try it out.
Exactly.
It's all these great things. So thank you again, Judith.
Yeah,
yes.
it's crazy.
And Deb, before I let you out into the springtime evening, tell me something about your creative journey and how you can help people connect with artists.
Yeah, I just wanted to just real briefly, I am at a lot of art shows and different things, and people I have noticed just kind of are either very hesitant to talk to us or don't really know how to connect with us. And I just wanted to point out that like the best thing you could ask an artist is either what are you working on now? And they will be so excited to talk to you about that, or something about like what inspires you, what draws your interest, why have you done this? And when you're looking for, you may not be walking into galleries looking to buy art all the time. We don't care. We just love sharing it and sharing our process and helping people understand where we're coming from. And in that process of doing that, you might find that you really connect with somebody and you understand where their point of view is, and that might make you respond to their work in a certain way. It's more about, finding that pretty picture to hang on your wall. There might be a ton of thought and depth behind that work that really makes you respond to it and want to live with it in your house.
Sure.
Yeah.
And especially, I would think with abstract art, where it really seems unusual, or what feeling do you want me to evoke from that? But
you'd be amazed.
But thank you, Deb, for... Even I get sheepish because I feel like I grew up in the South, so I don't want to impose on somebody. So I'm just like, But so to hear from you as an artist, as a painter yourself, saying we're standing, like we'd rather talk to you about our art and creativity and answer questions than just stand here and watch you walk by.
Yes.
It's like, and
or even just, we hear a lot, oh, you're so talented. Oh, I wish I could do that. But we would love to really engage with you on a deeper level.
It's harder to have a conversation from there. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much.
Remind us where to find your artwork.
My artwork is on my website, which is debmerritt.com, and it's Marett.
Thank you so much for being here and spreading the joy of the Milwaukee County Federated Library System yet again for the summertime here. And keep creating.
Thank you.
And next, it's a big deal for country music fans. Garth Brooks on the stage, Milwaukee's American Family Insurance Amphitheater tomorrow and Wednesday. Details on the Call in Milwaukee tailgate that is happening at the Summerfest grounds tomorrow and Wednesday. And the song you need to hear, it's a Garth Brooks classic you can sing along to real loud. That's next on What's on Tap.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here for Griffin Ford in Waukesha. Hey, if you've been thinking about a new vehicle, now's the time to take a serious look at Griffin Ford's Ford American Value for American Values Employee Pricing event. This is great. For a limited time, you pay what employees pay. That's right, employee pricing on a huge selection of new Ford vehicles. Right now, they have 50-plus all-wheel drive Ford Explorers in stock starting at $38,978. How about the 2026 Ford Bronco Sport all-wheel drive? More than 20 in stock starting at $28,995. And Escape owners get an additional $1,000 off. But what really sets Griffin Ford apart is inventory. Griffin Ford is one of the largest selections of new Ford vehicles anywhere in Wisconsin. That means you're not spending hours searching dealer to dealer or settling for something close to what you wanted. You can choose the color, trim, level, and features that fit your style. It's Griffin Ford in Waukesha. I buy my cars at Griffin. You can also do it online at griffinford.com.
Hi, this is John Neal, CPA and founder of the Neal Group, with over 40 years of experience saving businesses money. We are on a mission to eradicate entrepreneurial poverty. Try saying that 5 times fast. Do you lose sleep at night trying to figure out how to make the next payroll? Are your vendors lined up outside your door? Are you cash on delivery? We can help. We have a proven process and strategy to turn your cash-sucking business into a cash-generating machine so you can keep that cash in your pocket. It really works. We use it in our business, and many clients are successfully using it in their business. Ask Pam, who recently bought a business and asked us to help her see through the fog. Would you like to sleep at night knowing your bills are paid, take a vacation, or go out to eat with your spouse? You earned it. We help you keep it. Call us at 414-325-2040 to set up a complimentary consultation. That's 414-325-2040, or visit us at nealgroup.net. That's NEAL Group.net.
Discover your new favorite city, Milwaukee. Catch a sunrise over Lake Michigan. Sip your way through craft breweries. And dive into a dining scene that's turning heads. From museums and music to thrilling sports teams and buzzing nightlife, Milwaukee delivers all season long.
Good things are always brewing on the Fresh Coast.
The expert guides at visitmilwaukee.org have everything you need to fully plan every detail. Whatever it is you'd like to do in Milwaukee. Plan your trip today
At visitmilwaukee.org.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
A lot of people been looking forward to Garth Brooks in town tomorrow and Wednesday at Milwaukee's American Family Insurance Amphitheater on the Summerfest grounds. They're even having a big pre-party both days. All sorts of fun for a tailgate, the Call in Milwaukee tailgate that I'm charmed. It includes custom cocktails, a Low Places, a Thunder Rolls, and a Shameless custom cocktail, in addition to lots of local vendors with one-of-a-kind items so you can lean all the way in. Plus, the Lasso Lounge will be open with live music. So starts at 4 o'clock both show days. But let's revisit one of the biggest songs that helped make him a country music superstar, rolling back to 1990. Garth Brooks with a song that's funny, relatable, and a heck of a sing-along. Friends in Low Places, Garth Brooks. It's the song you need to hear on What's on Tap.
Blame it all on my roots. I showed up in boots and ruined your black tie affair. The last one to know, the last one to show, I was the last one you thought you'd see there. And I saw the surprise and the fear in his eyes when I took his glass of champagne. And I toasted you, said, honey, we may be through, but you'll never hear me complain. 'Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I've got a friend in low places.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
I'm Matt Dorner, CEO of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21. Our business leaders value downtown Milwaukee.
Hi, I'm Rashi Arora Khosla, CEO of Mars Solutions Group, a local staffing company. From our Fourth Planet platform to our returnship program, our Martians are building communities and talent pipelines that move the whole region forward. We didn't just move to downtown Milwaukee, we have relaunched here.
Get down to business at MilwaukeeDowntown.com.
Hey y'all, it's the Rocket Roger Clemens here. Spent a lot of time pitching heat.
Years later, the pain in my joints remind me of those days, but I'm not looking to sit still, and I definitely am not interested in going under the knife. That's why I chose QC Kinetics.
Not just for elite retired athletes. QC Kinetics gives everyday folks joint pain relief using regenerative treatments that work with your body to help repair joint damage.
No surgery, no long recovery, whether it's your knees, hips, shoulders, or back. My friends at QC Kinetics will help you get moving again so you can get back to doing the things you love.
QC Kinetics medical professionals will look at your x-rays or MRI to determine if you're a good candidate.
I trusted QC Kinetics to help me feel like myself again, and I'm proud to recommend them to you.
Call QC Kinetics today and schedule your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
A new deck from Outdoor Living Unlimited is built to last. We are Wisconsin's #1 TimberTech deck installation team. For amazing ideas, go to Outdoor Living Unlimited's Instagram page. For a free estimate, go to OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with the new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geiss's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at GeissDoors.com. Geiss has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geiss at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geiss. Visit them online at GeissDoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 75 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 58. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Jessica Gatso. At least 8 people on board a B-52 bomber are believed to be dead after the plane crashed during a test mission near Edwards Air Force Base in California. News Nation's Elizabeth Vargas.
It happened at Edwards Air Force Base in the Mojave Desert. A B-52 crashed shortly after takeoff at around 11:20 a.m. local time. The B-52 is the largest and most powerful bomber in the U.S. military. It can deliver 70,000 pounds of munitions. A spokesperson with the base said that according to initial indications, the crash was not survivable.
It's not clear what caused the crash. President Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance have both electronically signed the framework agreement with Iran's lead negotiator, according to a senior U.S. official. Trump says this means the Strait of Hormuz is opening to tanker traffic in a few days.
It's open now, but it opens completely. We'll have all the mines knocked out for the most part.
However, another senior U.S. official tells reporters that traffic will not return to normal for 2 weeks. Jury selection and opening statements are complete in the trial of Amandrea Brunner, the woman from West Allis accused of killing 2 Marquette University lacrosse players in a car crash last September.
5 men and 9 women will make up the jury, including 2 alternates. Brunner is accused of causing the crash at 27th and St. Paul while under the influence, leading to the deaths of Scott Michaud and Noah Snyder. Prosecutors added 4 new felony charges against Brunner Monday, which she pled not guilty to through her attorney Abigail Ruckdaschel.
We waived the formal reading of that information, entered not guilty pleas as well to those additional counts.
The defense argues the crash would have happened whether or not Brunner was behind the wheel. If found guilty, she could spend the rest of her life in prison. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Decision Wisconsin. The biggest surprise at the state Democratic convention may have been who didn't win. Former Lieutenant Governor Mandela Barnes finished 6th in the party's straw poll, while Lieutenant Governor Sarah Rodriguez claimed the top spot. WisPolitics editor J.R. Ross tells Wisconsin's Morning News.
Rodriguez may have, worked with supporters. Francesca Hong has got a bunch of liberal support from the base. We're in her backyard in Madison. The surprising has probably been Della Barnes. He's been the front runner perceived all along, but he finished 6th out of 7 candidates. Like, what's kind of going on there?
Ross says the results are better viewed as a test of campaign organization than statewide support. Milwaukee County could soon loosen its rules on sidewalk chalk.
A proposal before the county board would allow people to write with temporary washable chalk on outdoor county property. It follows repeated complaints about pro-Palestinian messages on the Brady Street pedestrian bridge that led to sheriff's deputies being called to the scene. Supporters say the current rule wastes law enforcement resources and raises free speech concerns, while critics have objected to the messages themselves. The measure gets its first hearing this week. Nazir Spencer, WTMJ News.
From pyrotechnics to in-game chants, a Milwaukee man is showcasing his skills during World Cup matches in Kansas City.
Johnny Watson's home base is Milwaukee, where he is the executive producer of broadcast and live events for Bucks home games at Fiserv Forum. But he does have international experience.
The company that hired for the World Cups, I've worked with them for several events previously, most recently the Olympics in Paris in 2024.
The biggest difference between World Cup soccer and Bucks home games? Roughly 40,000 people and a massive TV audience.
Kind of floored by the scope. Pretty staggering, and it's humbling to be a part of.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
Sports traffic and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:04.
You know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while, and one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad, and we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at Marty'sPizzaDelafield.com.
Dad, it's been almost 7 decades, and I think we just keep getting better.
And we've been in Delafield since 1982. We've been very fortunate.
At Marty's Pizza, we do our best to keep prices at a value.
And we stay true to our roots with the tastiest thin pepperoni we can find. 100% of real mozzarella cheese, our very own exclusive sausage, and an almost 70-year-old sauce recipe, both which Marty himself taught us how to make.
Dad, we got to keep on trucking.
We will, son. We will.
You take pride in your Milwaukee area home. So why let it disappear when the sun goes down? At Blingle Premier Lighting, they create breathtaking landscape lighting that transforms your home into the showpiece of the neighborhood. Elegant uplighting, softly illuminated walkways, architectural lighting that highlights the beauty you've already invested in. Landscape lighting doesn't just make your home look incredible. It adds curb appeal, increases perceived value, improves safety, and creates an experience you enjoy every single night. In fact, it's the one thing homeowners never realize they want until they have it. And once they do, they can't imagine living without it. From luxury landscape lighting to permanent holiday lighting and patio lighting, Blingle designs custom systems built specifically for your home. No hassle, no stress, just a home that looks absolutely stunning after dark. See us at blingle.com/MKE. Blingle Premier Lighting. Your home will never look this beautiful. That's blingle.com/MKE.
Time for a WTMJ Sports update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. The Brewers take 2 of 3 against the Phillies, earning a 4-0 win on Sunday over Cy Young Award candidate Christopher Sanchez. Manager Pat Murphy.
I'm happy for the guys to be in a battle like this against a team built for the World Series and that type pitching, and that's what this whole thing's about, is to try to be in these environments as much as you can and keep your poise and win a couple of them.
The Brewers are expected to call up shortstop prospect Cooper Pratt. The number 4 rated prospect in the Brewers organization, Pratt is expected to make his major league debut on Tuesday night against the Guardians. And with the NBA season over, the focus turns to next week's draft. NBA insider for ESPN, Brian Windhorst, believes there are 2 teams in best position to acquire Giannis.
The Heat and the Bucks have been talking for months and not agreed to a deal. In recent days, we have seen that the Boston Celtics have shown some interest there. It would mean changing the entire structure of the way the Celtics play basketball.
Windhorst is also not ruling out Giannis returning to Milwaukee for the final year of his contract. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. All clear on the roads, no incidents, and no delays.
Traffic is sponsored by the famous Fox and Hounds restaurant near Holy Hill.
Sunday is Father's Day. Take your father to the historic Fox and Hounds Supper Club's magnificent all-you-can-eat Father's Day buffet. Fox and Hounds. Check it out. Reserve.
And taking a look at your WTMJ forecast, tonight partly cloudy skies, a low of 58. Tuesday partly cloudy with scattered showers and storms, high of 74. Wednesday rain and storms likely, a high of 70. Thursday partly cloudy and breezy, a slight chance for showers, high of 71. Friday back to mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 74 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee, a deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Oh, I'm excited. The artist of the newest Milwaukee masterpiece, Mauricio Ramirez, completed his 10-story tall Bob Uecker mural downtown last Friday morning. And at 7:15, just a few minutes away, Mauricio is going to check in live and tell us how it feels to have finished it and what the final touch will be in the next couple of weeks. And Milwaukee night markets are back. No, you have not missed it. The monthly celebration, big old block party in downtown, up and down Wisconsin Avenue. In a spotlight interview at 7:35, our partner, the Westtown Association, Bid Number 5's Marketing and Events Director, Megan Kujawa, is going to tell us what they have planned for each month's big block party downtown on Wisconsin Avenue and what's different and special this year. So the first Milwaukee Night Market is next Wednesday, already June 24th. But we'll get all the details at 7:35 and find out what Father's Day events are happening around Wisconsin this weekend. Here's some Summerfest band picks to help you decide who to see at the big gig, since that kicks off on Thursday. And find out the jam band who announced today they are returning to Milwaukee for their annual October set of shows. That is all coming up this hour that we have together before the WTMJ Summerfest Sound Check. It's an hour-long special at 8 o'clock. You're going to find out who's performing, what is new this year, tips for free admission, and other ways to make the most of your Summerfest experience, plus some behind-the-scenes stories. That is the Summerfest Sound Check with me, Sandy Maxx, at 8 o'clock. But first, I do want to know, how was your weekend? The Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. There were so many festivals going on. There were a lot of graduation parties going on. What did you do that was fun? I'd love to know, because I had a pretty chock-full weekend, but I still wasn't able to get to everything that I wanted to do. And I was able to have tea on the lawn with a friend at a cool Caledonia coffee shop on Friday afternoon to kick things in. And then I went to the Guitar Town Music Festival in Waukesha at Cutler Park. That was the free event that we were telling you about here on What's on Tap that the Chad Smith Foundation presented, and great local live musicians. Live, of course. They're going to be performing on stage, but great original music by live musicians. I keep saying live, local musicians, but the thrust really was originality and creativity. So it was a great free music fest in Cutler Park, and it was the first. So hopefully they'll do it again next year. And then managed to make it to Tosa Greek Fest to see some flaming saganaki and eat some chicken and enjoy Greek music and see the beautiful church and the mosaics inside. Then kept the Cultural Fest thing going, went to Polish Fest on Sunday, did some polka dancing, and then had some pizza in Bayview at DeMarini's. Wrapped it all up, touched on some of the different cultures we have here in Wisconsin. And the Siding Unlimited, WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Tell me what fun you had this weekend. And Isaac Marquardt joining me as producing tonight's What's on Tap. Isaac, what was a highlight of your weekend?
I had a weekend devoted to band practice. And we ended up getting some sketches of a couple new songs going while we were in the practicing mood. I gotta say, we're sounding pretty good.
Well, I would hope so, because you need to sound good. Thursday at 12:30 at Summerfest.
Yes, we do.
The Barely Civil Summerfest debut.
Yes, indeed.
Are you on the Uline stage?
Yes, that is it, the Uline stage.
12:30 on Thursday. So for those of you who are trying to circle and figure out what bands you want to see, I'm excited for you. Not only that you're sounding tight, but also the creative juices are flowing.
Yeah, it was a great weekend.
What a discovery. Well, congratulations. Let's keep the creativity flowing. The man who created the massive mural tribute to Bob Uecker in downtown Milwaukee. Artist Mauricio Ramirez is going to check in with me to share his feelings about his finished artwork and what's next for the mural. Stay with me on What's on Tap.
Menards is your one-stop shop for all your summer essentials. Whether you're stocking up on everyone's favorite snacks, making a patio perfect for entertaining family and friends, or getting ready to gather around the grill, Menards has everything you need for your get-togethers all summer long. Save big money now at Menards. Plus, don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Your Father's Day all-you-can-eat buffet is under $20 this Sunday at the Mine Shaft Restaurant in Hartford and in Oshkosh. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat free. Call and reserve your table for under $20. MineShaftRestaurant.com.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is Express Entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Get the help you need Saturday morning with How To Radio. At 7, it's the WTMJ Fix It Show with David Nason, featuring this week's guest, CertaPro Painters. At 9, plan your dream vacation with the Fox World Travel Show. Yet at 10, get financial guidance during Money Talk. Contact Annex Wealth Management for an unbiased review of your investments at annexwealth.com. How To Radio, Saturday mornings on WTMJ. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
Vaughn into the windup in his first offering. Just a bit outside.
You know that voice, the voice of Bob Uecker from Major League, and we have a Major League masterpiece dedicated to Bob Uecker in Milwaukee now. A true entertainment and sports world icon, Mr. Bob Uecker. And if you haven't seen it yet, if you text the word watch to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620, text watch to 855-616-1620. We will show you on the WTMJ YouTube live stream the finished and fabulous Bob Uecker mural in downtown Milwaukee on the Wind Trust building at Jackson and Mason. Artist Mauricio Ramirez has been painting this 10-story tall wall since mid-May. Put the finishing rolls and sprays of paint on this masterpiece Friday morning. Mauricio, welcome back to What's on Tap.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Oh, I'm so pleased to talk with you. Your portrait of Ueck shows him smiling inside the ballpark broadcast booth, microphone on the desk, arches of AmFam Field above and behind him. How did you model your design of Ueck? Did you take it from a photo?
Yeah, so we took it from a few photos, and we just kind of, took the things that we liked in each photo and just kind of, created it. And, we looked at his, iconic plaid, sports coats and, and thought about which era we wanted to present, him on the building. And, we just kind of worked as a team and just kind of agreed with some photos from the archives from the Brewers. And, that was it. That's kind of how we made it.
And how many people were involved in really crafting the right look of Ueck?
Yeah, there was a lot of, we definitely had feedback from, the Uecker family. I think that was the most important, feedback session. But, it was just really myself, my graphic designer, Arman, and the Uecker family, and just kind of working together and meeting with the people at the Wind Trust building and downtown Milwaukee, and just kind of having everyone's input. I think that just gave the best perspective to give the best, possible design,
What a wonderful collaboration that you were saying of your creatives and the Uecker family and Armand, and also with Visit Milwaukee and Milwaukee Downtown and Wind Trust commissioning this impressive mural. I mean, as soon as you hear there's going to be a Bob Uecker mural, sure, it's exciting, but wow, to see it come together and have him smiling down on downtown. How did you feel on Friday once you packed up your paint cans and supplies and looked up at that mural in the parking lot before you drove away?
It was great. I just wish it didn't end so quickly. I really enjoyed my time painting there in downtown Milwaukee, the early mornings, the late nights, and that's what I really love about mural making is just all the people that you meet and sharing your work with the world. Really, that's kind of how I look at it. But I felt really good that the project went really smooth, no hiccups, no injuries. You always think about that when working really high and large scale. But yeah, everything worked out really well. Super happy about it.
And you talk about the high scale. So let's describe for people, because, I keep saying it's 100 feet in the air, and you touched every part of this. Even if it was with a roller, it was still your hands. So when you are way up high, so can you describe for people what your process is for the folks who didn't drive by and see you making it?
Yeah, so first contracted LeBron and Associates to help me power wash and prime the wall and create the canvas, the white canvas that I used to kind of create my artwork on. And then, I kind of went in and did all the details, did all the artwork rendering, with spray cans. You'd be surprised how many shades of colors they make nowadays and all the different pressures that come inside spray paint cans. So I was just able to just get the right amount of detail all over the mural.
That is fascinating that you have access to that many colors, but that you know which colors to use. Because I have to think, I imagine you, because what you didn't share with everybody, I think it's cool that I didn't realize that you had to completely sandblast the wall, to prime it. It was like all those normal things that you do for an indoor wall. Oh yeah, you had to do it to an outdoor wall. And then the white canvas, and then you had a very specific grid system. All these pieces of paper, you had at the bottom of the building letters A through M, and then you had numbered the wall all the way up to the top. How many numbers did you have to correspond? They almost looked like a big bingo sheet.
Yeah, it pretty much was. It was we did 6 feet by 3 feet tiles all across the mural, and that just kind of helped me map out where my outline was going to be. And so, I had project assistants like my friend Austin and my cousin Alex that would help me, get these papers up on the wall and prep them up for me so that I could create my outline. And basically, each tile was kind of a nice frame to put my pieces of paper up there to kind of give me the grid. It's, in other words, pouncing paper. It's very popular amongst, old school sign painters and stuff. But, I just took it to the next level and started to create large scale artwork with it and stuff instead of just painting, just regular letters.
That is fascinating to me. So then you've got, I loved seeing your process, and you call them tiles, but yeah, they are paper. So then you would scroll up these papers, put them in black plastic bags, and then elevate up on a boom lift as high as you can to then put electrical tape or duct tape each of these in the right spot. And then
that's a whole skill set too. That's crazy. Like it's wild, but I don't think anybody would go that far or that distance to create that type of work or do that type of prep. But I know this type of work needs that type of skill set and that type of caliber of having everything be exactly the way it needs to look. So, I don't have a problem with it when I'm up there masking, putting up over 350 sheets of paper, literally. So
I would have actually thought it was even more than that, but I didn't do the math. But yeah, so nearly 400 big rectangles. And then I watched you when you would put up one of the tiles, and then you would spray paint black spray paint to create the stencil that you then painted on. And I mean, it's fascinating. It's not quite color by number, but it's such a guide. So to watch your process was fascinating. And did you use this similar or same process on the Giannis Antetokounmpo mural that you did that's around the corner?
Yes, I did. Exact same process where I measured out in tiles, and then I used each tile to place my paper.
I thank you so much for sharing this process. I mean, I feel like anybody who is a craftsman is not just fascinated by the finished product, but by seeing this. So how do you feel now, today, after a weekend of no painting, no planning, and knowing that it really is complete?
It makes me feel good. I just can't wait for the public to really just digest it and process it and take final photos of it and share it with everybody else and share it with the world, and have it be a destination for the city of Milwaukee and have people come and visit and spend time with it.
Well, you mentioned the people that's what you hope, that people are excited and do get that emotional reaction to it. What's a story you can share of a reaction someone has had in this process that touched you or tickled you over the past several weeks?
Yeah, I guess just hearing the personal stories that everybody had with, Mr. Euchre and, Mr. Baseball. And it's just been awesome hearing all these different, awesome stories that just really made him human. And, that just kind of motivates me to get up every day in the morning and to, do my best work.
And I love that you had mentioned to me that, and you mentioned it earlier in our conversation now, that you're going to kind of miss this, that you wish the process had taken a little bit longer. Talk about what it's like to be up there and really creating your art.
It's really special. I get to the wall at, 5:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and I see the sunrise. I'm up 50, 60 to 100 feet up. It's basically a little balcony with my little art studio. So imagine just having a balcony in downtown Milwaukee with all your paints, and you're painting one of the most prolific murals there'll ever be in Milwaukee. And, you're painting Mr. Baseball himself. And, I think that's something really special and kind of romantic, not in love sense, but just seeing the sunrise come up and using all these different colors and just, trusting yourself and listening to music. And, it's a really good feeling.
I love that perspective from a creator and from an artisan, that really this is what you love to do. This is truly your happy space, even if it is way up high in the air. Because are you afraid of heights at all?
Yeah, definitely. I think just naturally I'm just not, I get accustomed to them after about a week, but, this one was really high. This one was over 100 feet, about 100 feet. And, that first week when I was up there painting the top band, it was just, it was kind of a reality check. But, like I said, the boom lift that hoists me up there, you just kind of have to really get used to it and figure out all its little quirks and little bounces and stuff. And then once I got a hold of that, then I just became really comfortable of just moving wherever I needed to move. And, that's a whole nother skill set too, is just learning how to maneuver that thing without really just being safe on it.
Yeah. And then, was there ever a time where the wind kicked up and you immediately went, doot, 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 going down?
Thankfully, no, but that first week was pretty windy when we were power washing and priming it. But, we ended up getting a really good, spread of 2.5 weeks of just super nice weather. I don't know if you remember that in the end of May. And so it was just really nice to work in.
A nice dry stretch. And you battled some birds who wanted to make their own paintings on the Euchre mural. So you had the seagulls to contend with. Is there anything else that you learned about your mural making process from the past few weeks on this special project?
I guess just really taking care of my body during this stretch. It's kind of, like a marathon. It's like 1 month marathon. Every day is 12 to 14 hours a day, and just trying to stay sharp and taking care of my body, just to make sure that I'm able to really enjoy and give it my all. I think that's super important for a lot of people in any profession.
Last couple of questions for you, Mauricio. Will there be a coating put on the mural of some sort?
I originally wanted to, but, I consulted with the Sherwin-Williams reps, and they actually proposed that we let the brick breathe and we let the paint do its thing. Because, when you lock in paint with a top coat, you kind of seal in all the moisture, and that's not really good for brick. You kind of need to let it to breathe. So we're going to let the mural breathe, and, great news that the mural's on the north side of the wall, so the UV won't be really hurting it that much, as opposed if it was like an east, west, or south wall. So we got lucky on having it be in the north wall. So I feel like it's going to be, up for a very long time.
All the signs are pointing to a good Euchre mural. There's one thing missing from the mural, though, right?
Yes, the signature.
Yeah, your signature. So what are the next steps for the mural? A signature party?
Sure thing. Yeah, there'll be a signature party. And the details will be released this week by Milwaukee Downtown, and all those things are getting sorted out. But it'll definitely be towards the end of the month in June. So be on the lookout for that.
Fantastic. He is Mauricio Ramirez, artist. You have seen his murals all around town, including the Giannis Antetokounmpo mural, and now Bob Uecker, 10 stories tall at Jackson and Mason. Thank you so much for letting us all in on this creative journey and for truly beautifying Milwaukee even more. Thank you, Mauricio.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.
Alrighty.
Stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Enjoy life at Capri Communities, where senior living's our expertise. Caring staff that help you when you need. Enjoy life at Capri, making friends and memories. Living life to the fullest, you will love your new home. Enjoy life at Capri Communities.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting WTMJ.com/contests. That's WTMJ.com/contests.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
How do we keep our prices so low? That's easy. We've removed the middlemen. Yep, most landscape suppliers have a couple of them in there, and that's okay. But each one of those men in the middle means a higher cost for your mulch, decorative stone, flagstone, and boulders. Feel free to check around. For the quality of our products, you won't find better prices. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. You know, most mulch is reclaimed from landfills, but Erickson's mulch is ground from whole trees. Yep, we process the mulch ourselves to keep the prices nice and low, and use only premium colorant so the beautiful look of new mulch lasts. At Erickson's, we never skimp, and that's why first-time shoppers become repeat customers. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Giving your liver a spring cleaning is easy with Active Liver from New Nordic. Search for Active Liver by New Nordic on Amazon, CVS, Wegmans, or GNC.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Summer is kicking in, and yet another festival to circle on your calendar. Milwaukee Night Market, the monthly block parties down here right in front of 3rd Street Market Hall on Wisconsin Avenue. They are returning starting next week. And next Spotlight interview you hear, you're going to hear all the details, including how the footprint of the Milwaukee Night Market is evolving this year. So what's new at Milwaukee Night Market? You'll find out after the WTMJ News. First, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Jessica Gatso.
Thanks, Sandy. Over 20 dogs and cats are dead after a fire at an in-home pet care business in Dousman. Fire crews responded to the house on Wolf Drive near Ottawa Avenue on Saturday. The Western Lakes Fire District says neighbors heard dogs barking and tried to rescue them, but there was too much smoke and flames as they tried to enter the house. Firefighters pulled 32 pets from the home. They were able to revive 6 dogs and 5 cats. No civilians or firefighters were injured. The owner of the business was not home at the time of the fire. Police in Menominee Falls are looking for the driver involved in a hit and run. They responded around 7 p.m. Saturday night to St. Thomas and Roosevelt Drive on the village's northwest side. Investigators say a man was intentionally hit by a car driven by his adult son after an argument. The son then fled the scene. The father was taken to the hospital for life-threatening injuries. Police did recover the car, and a warrant is now out for the son. Brady Street is rolling out a new summer safety plan. Starting on June 25th, the 6-week pilot will bring increased police enforcement and coordination to address late-night concerns. Officers will monitor things like reckless driving, loud music, underage drinking, and other disruptive behavior. Leaders are also considering ride-share zones, overnight parking restrictions, and a neighborhood code of conduct. Organizers say the goal is to keep Brady Street lively while making it safer for residents, businesses, and visitors. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Time Saver traffic. Looking pretty clear on the roads, no major incidents and no slowdowns. WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, a low of 58. Tuesday, partly cloudy again with scattered showers and storms, a high of 74. Wednesday, rain and storms likely, a high of 70. Thursday, partly cloudy and breezy, just a slight chance for more showers, a high of 71. On Friday, back to mostly sunny skies, a high of 72. Right now in Madison, it's 71 degrees. In Green Bay, also 71. In Waukesha, 71. And in Milwaukee, it's 73 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 7:33.
It's been almost 70 years, and Marty's Pizza is still going strong in Delafield.
Hey, you keep the pizza tasty, and our loyal fans will keep on coming.
I think Marty's Pizza can hang right up there with anyone.
100% real mozzarella cheese, because we just can't skimp. The freshest veggies, and a sauce recipe that's Hall of Fame worthy.
And our crust? I never see anyone throwing our crust away.
Remember Marty's Pizza right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield, because it's delicious. You know, James, we'll be running this place together for a while, and one day, hopefully, you and your kids will be doing the same.
That's the plan, Dad. And we're making changes so we stay ahead of the game.
Like the new Marty's Pizza Delafield.com?
We've made it extremely easy for both our young and older customers to make fast online orders.
It is really convenient, but if you like to call your orders in, a friendly Marty's Pizza employee will be there to answer with a smile.
Remember Marty's Pizza, right off of I-94 and Highway 83 in Delafield.
And at marty'spizzadelafield.com.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. Stop me if you've said this before. I can't raise my arms. I can't climb stairs. I can't even kneel down. Can't play with my kids, can't golf with my friends, or even get through a work day without exhausting joint pain. Well, how about we start celebrating what you can do? That's what patients at QC Kinetics are doing. They're not dealing with the pain, they're living their lives. QC Kinetics and its game-changing regenerative treatments done right at their office means no surgery, no missing work, and no long recovery. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. You and I both know life is great, and it's time to start living it again without that joint pain. Call QC Kinetics today. Here's the number, 414-667-5559. That's 414-667-5559. Schedule your free consultation. They'll even meet you on a Saturday. QC Kinetics, 414-667-5559. Call QC Kinetics today.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
A great way to add value and curb appeal to your home is with a new LiftMaster or CHI maintenance-free garage door. Hey, it's WTMJ's Greg Matzik. A study by Remodelers Magazine reports that the average return on investment is an amazing 82%. Garage doors rank first among all home improvement projects. To see Geiss's huge selection of doors, visit their showroom in Brookfield, or you can also visit their online showroom at geissdoors.com. Geiss has everything from alley doors to custom wood designer doors and everything in between. Remember, for all your garage door needs, you call Geiss at 262-784-4250. That number again, 262-784-4250. It's Geiss. Visit them online at geissdoors.com.
Don't think twice. Call Dice.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. You hear that music? It means Milwaukee Night Market is about to return. And in this spotlight interview, I'm delighted to welcome to What's on Tap Westtown Association's Megan Kujawa. And Megan, usually when I see you, we're under the tent right out there on Wisconsin Avenue. We're inside, just inside 3rd Street Market Hall. So just steps away from where Night Market will be. But tell us what you're excited about Milwaukee Night Market this year.
Yeah, there is so much to be excited for. I can't believe it's already 1 week away, but I really do think the best of summer is yet to come, starting with the night market coming up. So we have a lot of new elements this year with some new vendors, a new footprint for attendees to expect, and some new entertainment pieces and theme nights every night this year.
You've been busy when it's not been night market, it sounds like, evolving this festival. Now, so the first is June 24th, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. And it is something to circle on your calendar because, Megan, How many years has Night Market been happening now?
So since 2014 in its entirety, and Westtown Association took over the event in 2021.
So think about how long that's been. And it was maybe 2 years ago where I finally went to my first one. And I was so embarrassed because I've always heard great things about it. And I've seen the photos on social media. Thousands of people really having a great time with Wisconsin Avenue blocked off. And we're just all having a big block party. And when I finally went to my first night market, it is unique. It is, for as much as we go to other festivals and ethnic festivals and music fests, and there's happy vibes, I'm telling you, it is people of all ages, of all, people who live in the neighborhood, people are just coming through, college kids, people who just got out of work, people who are walking out of a hotel going, wow, I didn't realize Milwaukee was this much fun. It is such a happy vibe. And then people are truly strolling, chatting with each other, stopping at different vendors, whether it's an artist or whether it's a food item, it's a beverage, it's a somebody who's got financial services. It's really a communal, positive vibe. It's one of my favorite festivals in the city. But I genuinely mean that because I haven't found that feel, this different, unique feel anywhere else.
Yeah, the night market really is something for everyone. You're either going to run into 25 people that you know, or you're going to come home with 5 new best friends that you've never met before.
The 25 people that you know, that's on track for me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, Shelly, there you are.
Yeah.
Yes. But you're right, though. I have met people there that I'm still in touch with. It's really, I would say, a signature summer event. And what do you think is it about Milwaukee Night Market that creates this atmosphere?
I think it's the location of it being right in the heart of downtown Milwaukee is something that's really exciting and appealing, in a place that maybe not everyone on the daily feels like the most invited to. But during the night market, anyone can show up, whether, like you said, coming right out of their office, coming home from work, families that are picking up daycare and heading downtown from the suburbs. It's just really an exciting place to be. And I think as well as our vendor lineup, we have over 230 vendors that participate throughout the season. And not only are our vendor backgrounds diverse, but also what they are providing is diverse. You can really find anything that you want at the night market.
I would also say it's never the same night market twice. When you talk about 230 vendors, they're not all there crammed in on Wisconsin Avenue. Right. You have, truly, when I've hosted at the tent last year, every single, like I couldn't book the same artist because oh no, I'm not going to be this one. But it was a whole wealth of other artists and food vendors and crafts and bookstores. And so it really is never the same fest twice. Tell me about, I keep saying the block party on Wisconsin Avenue. So where is Night Market happening in summer of 2026?
Yes. So at the heart of it, it's staying the same, right on West Wisconsin Avenue between 2nd Street and Velar Phillips. So right in front of the 3rd Street Market Hall here at the studios. But this year we're making a change, and we are eliminating the use of 2nd Street and instead moving that over to Velar Phillips Avenue, where we'll have a half-block closure north and south on Velar Phillips Avenue. And then that also gives us the opportunity to utilize the Baird Community Commons and the city's Velar Phillips Plaza.
Interesting. So yeah, it makes it more fun, technically.
Yeah.
So thanks for that update on the footprint. And you also have, like I just said, it's never the same night market. I just meant in that you will always find different places to shop, different places to eat on all these little tents. Now they have their own theme.
Yes.
Tell us about the different themes. For example, what are we kicking off next Wednesday with?
Next week, we're kicking off with Western Night. So we're trying to build on the themes that we started back in 2022. We did College Night for that year and have consistently done College Night. And this year thought it would be an awesome opportunity to theme every of the 4 markets. And it gave us a way to engage with new sponsors, as well as a way to curate our vendors and entertainment in a more thoughtful way. So for Western Night, that's going to be heavily entertainment focused. So we're going to have a country musician in the main Educators Credit Union entertainment zone. We have a new entertainment area this year as well on Baird Community Commons, which is the FPC Unplugged tent, where we'll have a bluegrass band. And then for our pop-up performance this year, we have Red's lineup is going to be doing 2 sets, and one of them will be an instructional line dancing event. So then the attendees can actually be part of the entertainment this year.
And nobody's going to be mad that they learned a line dance.
Right, of course not.
Oh, that's fun. And notice I said kick it off, so I feel like you need to
Yes.
wear your boots for Western night.
For sure.
But what a nice, I think we talk about diversity and a wide variety of entertainment. I've seen fire dancers. We've had DJs doing the club dancing out on the street,
Yep.
and local musicians. So it's fun to touch into this genre.
Yes.
And bluegrass and country and
Correct.
really embrace that style. So that is Western Night. And then July's night market on July 22nd.
Bark After Dark. So that is our first time we are partnering with From Family Pet Foods this year on this night, and it is our pet friendly event. So your friendly leashed pets are always welcome to the market, but this year there's going to be an exciting element for them. They will have a very important VIP, very important pet area for them to visit, some great giveaway items, and then in our alley adjacent to the Milwaukee Symphony Center, there is going to be Adoption Alley. So that's going to be an opportunity for some different rescues, local rescues, for attendees to come by and see
There's
if
going to be
maybe
a lot
they
of tail
wanna see a
wagging
pet.
in that alley.
Yes, for sure.
So that's June and July. And then in August, I feel like we need to get out our passport for this theme.
For sure. It is International Flavor Night. So we are going to have some really awesome vendors and entertainment that is curated to express all the different cultures that are part of Milwaukee and make Milwaukee really special. So you can taste your way through the world along West Wisconsin Avenue.
I like that because we embrace our heritage festivals so
Yes.
much here. And Lena, I just went to Polish Fest last weekend, had a great time.
Yeah.
And we spend these weekends spotlighting some of our culture and heritage, but now to just amp that up and put a whole
Right.
bunch of cultures and heritages,
Yes.
I can just imagine the scents and the flavors
Yep.
and the aromas and the chance to get something that's handheld in the street so you can try an Indian flavored dish that
Yes.
you maybe haven't had, or something even more exotic, and sample your way around the world.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fun. So that's August. And then it does go into September. September's such an underrated month weather-wise here
Yeah.
in Wisconsin. So it's great to still embrace a Wednesday in September, September 16th. And this is a smart idea. Tell me about this theme.
Yes, so this is College Night, which was our first theme night that, again, we started back in 22. And it's been very successful every year. It's a great way. That week usually lands when all of the local campuses are back in school in session. And so it gives a way for students that are maybe new to Milwaukee or other students that have been part of Milwaukee before, but maybe haven't experienced downtown and can come be part of the city that they're going to call home for the next school year.
You go to Marquette, you just walk down the street.
Yep, very easy.
And I like that it's college night, so you can be a new student or you can be an alumni, and then you
Yes.
can use it as an excuse to go, okay, we've been meaning to get together and rabble-rouse some of your alumni friends
Yeah.
to meet up.
Yes, and we definitely encourage everyone to wear their spirit wear that they have.
That's easy. That's
Yeah.
easy. We have such pride here.
Yes, we do.
Megan Kujawa from Westtown Association, thank you for working hard in the not-so-summer seasons, but to create and evolve Milwaukee Night Market into something that continues to grow and be even more fun and inclusive. And the price is right. Absolutely free.
Yes, free for everyone to attend.
And what's the best website to keep up with each of the individual night market themes and find out more?
At mkenightmarket.com.
Megan Kujawa, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Such a pleasure.
Stay with us here on What's on Tap for Summerfest picks and more.
Hey, Father's Day is Sunday. Don't forget your father. WTMJ's John Merck here. I highly recommend taking your dad, maybe your grandfather, to the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club for the all-you-care-to-eat Father's Day brunch. It is magnificent. Every dish Dad loves, including desserts, which I know I love. Kids and grandkids under 3 eat for free. All other dinners tonight through Sunday are buy one, get one free. That's incredible. Your dad's favorite steak, seafood, ribs, the mixed grill of a filet, shrimp, and scallops. Any entree are buy one, get one free. Those desserts and ice cream drinks, buy one, get one free. Celebrate your dad with a cocktail on the beautiful outdoor patio and then dinner in one of the 8 unique dining rooms, some with beautiful views. The Fox and Hounds hugs the Kettle Moraine Forest. The drive, the views are spectacular. And your dad's Friday haddock all-you-care-to-eat fish fry is one of the best. Fox and Hounds off Highway 167 near Holy Hill. Google, call, and reserve your free dinner. Tables are open. Dad's gonna love it.
Who doesn't need a seasonal wardrobe update? But who has the cash to always keep their wardrobe updated? Ladies, that's why you shop St. Vincent de Paul. Our women's clothing is always a highlight of our stores, and thrift store prices keep the costs low. It allows you to experiment and also find a hidden gem. St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
For those with a warm weather fashion passion, try St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, because that's where you'll find a vast array of men's, women's, girls, and boys' warm weather apparel at the friendliest prices. So many choices, and at such a value. You can fill the closet without draining your wallet. Shop warm weather fashions at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
Save big money on your next painting project when you shop at Menards. Get long-lasting color with Pittsburgh's Grand Distinction Exterior Paint and Primer in one. It's highly dirt-resistant and provides a mildew-resistant coating. Save big money on all Pittsburgh paints. Our knowledgeable team is ready to help bring your dreams to life, 1 gallon at a time. Stop by your local Menards and get your project started today.
Save big money at Menards.
Are you worried about running out of money in retirement? Wondering about how to pay less taxes? Join me, Tony Drake, for the Retirement Ready Show, live every Saturday at noon and Sunday at 7 a.m. on WTMJ 620 or 103.3 FM. We'll talk about smart strategies to help you retire with confidence. Don't miss it.
Drake & Associates LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates LLC does not provide legal or tax advice. Past performance is not indicative of future performance.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. You are hearing the sounds of Barely Civil, a band that you could see on opening day of Summerfest. 12:30 is when you can see Barely Civil, and I know this because Isaac Marquardt, producer of What's on Tap, is the drummer for that band and highly regarded, and they are, as Isaac said, they are tight. They are getting in great shape for their 45-minute set. 12:30 on the Uline stage at Summerfest. And there are so many bands performing over the 3 weekends of Summerfest. And I'm such a music fan. I love asking people like, hey, who are you excited to see? So I want to share with you a couple of selected picks. First from this teammate of mine from Good Karma Brands.
Hey, Sandy. It's TC from Thanalysis. And I know you're going to be talking about Summerfest on What's on Tap. Great show. And I just want to throw a couple things out there. For a festival that is all about fun, just looking at some of the names on this list, if you're a millennial like me, Sean Paul, you get a chance to see Sean Paul, you go see Sean Paul in concert. Some other fun just groups as well. Soul Asylum. Spin Doctors. Saw the Baja Men on the list. I haven't heard about them since I was like 5 years old. But one dark horse I do have for you. Post-sex nachos. I don't know the genre. I don't know if they're a band, a group, a singer, whatever. That name alone, arguably one of the best musical names I have ever heard. And who doesn't love nachos and other stuff? Definitely going to have to go check them out. All right, have a good show.
Tony Cartagena and a wide variety of music that he's interested in at Summerfest. Post-sex nachos, they are on opening Day on June 18th, and you're hearing them. They sound poppy and fun. The Baja Men and Soul Asylum both on July 4th, and Sean Paul and the Spin Doctors on July 2nd, if any of those bands piqued your interest. And then I want to share with you just a couple more picks from somebody you know.
Hey there, Debbie Lazaga here, and the folks that I'm looking forward to seeing this year at Summerfest, of course, Garth Brooks, The Ultimate.
Thunder rolls, the thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes. Another love grows cold.
And of course, we've got Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran, just he touches my heart with his music.
She's in the class 18, stuck in her daydream.
And then, a little bit less known, Straight No Chaser.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far.
I am a huge a cappella fan, and Straight No Chaser, they are amazing. Those are my 3 picks. Love it. Summerfest coming. Yes.
See, Debbie Lazaga is excited. If you like the a cappella sound, Straight No Chaser July 4th, Ed Sheeran on June 25th, and Debbie excited about Garth Brooks. Not sure if she's going to Tuesday or Wednesday show at American Family Insurance Amphitheater as a warm-up for Summerfest. So check out summerfest.com, and even better, stick around at 8 o'clock. You're going to hear the Summerfest sound check with me and Sarah Pancari, President and CEO of Milwaukee World Festival, and also Kevin Kennedy. Started to call him George for some reason. Kevin Kennedy, who's the Chief Revenue Officer, they are going to tell us everything we need to know to make the most of Summerfest. That is the Summerfest Soundcheck special at 8 o'clock here on WTMJ.
Do you want the economy mulch or the premium? The only real difference is that the premium mulch has thicker strands, while the economy mulch is finer. But the colorant we use for both is of the highest quality, and that's why the color of our mulch lasts longer. And our mulch comes from trees, not pallets, and we process it all in-house. That's why our prices are so low. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today.
Mark Reinhardt is IT manager at ACS Group. Mark, your company has had business technology from James Imaging Systems for years. Right out of the blocks, would you recommend James to others?
Yes, I've had nothing but a great experience with James Imaging Systems, and I would definitely want to share that with others.
A great experience in what way?
I think it's just a personal touch. They actually listen to our needs, walking our business, and finding out what solutions we need to do our job better.
James Imaging Systems, AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation, adding up to more bang for your business technology dollar.
Yeah, we are absolutely getting a return on investment on the dollars we're spending with James Imaging Systems.
Mark, safe to say ACS Group is happy?
Very happy with James Imaging Systems. People are smiling.
Put a smile on your face with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
To give you a little bit more music news here on What's on Tap. Today, just announced, Widespread Panic returns for 3 nights at the Riverside Theater. This has been pretty much an annual tradition for them for several years. 3 days, October 23rd, 24th, and 25th. That's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Riverside Theater. And they basically turn it into a big old block party and have live music outside as well as the Widespread Panic show inside. And if you're a Widespread Panic fan, you know there's just something special about a Sunday show. So this has become quite a tradition. So those of you who are excited about this or want to let your friends know from out of town, hey, Widespread Panic, they're coming back for 3 nights, October 23rd, 24th and 25th, and those tickets do go on sale Saturday. So much music going on, not only in the summertime, but also in the autumn. I am Sandy Maxx. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. Stick around for the Summerfest Sound Check special at 8 o'clock. Learn everything you know to make the most of the big gig. Thank you for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee.
WTMJ.